Hello everyone and welcome back to the third match of this best of three between Greg and Sabaka. This is the second round of the Philadelphia StarCraft League and it has been an exciting one so far. Let's get on to our player introduction. Spawning in the upper right hand corner, wearing the green war paint, we have our Protoss player, Sabaka. Sabaka lost to an early one base all-in in the first game and countered with a one base all-in Blink Micro in the second game and showed that he is very skilled at Blink Micro. Spawning across Habitation Station in the upper left-hand corner wearing the red war paint, we have Greg. Now, Greg was expecting, I think, a little bit more of a macro game coming from his opponent, and therefore he expanded rather early. He did get some good scouting out with an SCV, but was not ready to handle the all-in Blink Micro from his Protoss opponent. Again, this tournament is hosted at DevNuts. DevNuts is a tech-oriented community center located in Northern Liberties, dedicated to providing a secure and productive environment for students, freelancers, and hackers to work together on real-world projects that benefit our citizens. DevNuts.com. Greg, starting with a barracks to wall in, he's checking his base for any proxy gateway timings. Good call. That could be very devastating in an ace match. Probe being sent across the map to scout out his opponent's base. He does not check his natural or third for any proxy barrack play. Probe and SCV pass each other. Yo, what's up? Hey, no, you can have the Zelnaga Tower. Why not? Checks the gold base to make sure that there was not a liftoff and land in the gold base. Will he drop a proxy pylon there? Nope, he's just going to chill out. SCV moving into his Protoss opponent's base to get a full scat out. He sees both gases coming down and will expect higher tech units to come out. He might even expect to see Blink Micro again. Cybernetics Core finishing up for the Protoss player. Immediately 3 probes go into the gas. This is very indicative of what he is planning on doing. If he opens with Blink, he could control the map and safely expand on the back of this. Any reaction from the Terran player, he puts down another barracks. Reactor coming up. Has not taken the second gas and has not committed to a command center. SCV chasing a probe out of his base. Marine has found the proxy pylon right away in the gold. A good find for the Terran player. A Stalker is coming out to make sure that there is no Marines coming in and maybe put a little bit of pressure on his Terran opponent. We have another proxy factory. This seems to be a very favored move from our red Terran player, Greg. Now, since Greg knows that Blink Micro is Sabaka's ace in the hole, he also realizes that he's probably not going to put down a robotics bay and probably not going to put down a forge to build cannons. If he can get those Widow Mines into the mineral line of the Protoss player, this Blink Micro aggression might backfire on him. The Stalker has saved the pylon, but I think he's just going to come back with more units and make sure it stops. SCV is given up chasing the probe, who will probably drop another proxy pylon. Yes, he does, in the Terran player's third base. The Terran player has not built a third Rax or taken another gas. It looks like he is going to try in one base all in, like he did in the first game. Now, I love to see this happen. This is how the Terran player won in the first game, with a very heavy Marine Marauder all in and a proxy Widow Mine. And our Protoss player won with heavy Blink Micro in the second game. They're using their winning strategies against each other, and this should be very exciting. I believe this is how the first series went that I casted earlier between Tenda and Char. One of them opened with a Ling Hydralisk combo that worked well, and then in the next game the Protoss player countered with a Mortal Push, and then they both used their winning strategies against each other in the third game. No Widow Mines coming out yet for the Terran player, and he has the Widow Mines rallied back to his main base. Stalker patrolling, trying to keep his pylon alive. We see the aggression coming in from the Terran player. He catches that Stalker out on his own and is just going to move straight for the enemy base, knowing that there's a pylon there. I believe he is confident in the amount of aggression he has. Army supply vastly in favor of the Terran player. He has 20-6. The Protoss player is going to have to use some of his... is going to have to end up using a lot of his chrono boost on his gateways to get units out. That is the artosiest of pylons. If the Terran player snipes that, this game will be over for the Protoss player. The Widow Mine has made it into the base and is picking off probes. This is devastating for the economy of the Protoss player. Already with 3 kills, if he uses focus, he will be able to take out several probes. The Terran player has moved in. He sees that juicy Artosis pylon and wants to get some action on. Probes are pulled. I think the Protoss player is realizing that he is in dire straits at this point. The Stalkers are blinking back already. Probes are absolutely melting against this early Terran aggression. One base all in again from both players. And it is being pushed back, but at what cost, everyone? At what cost? GG is called. Greg takes game number 3 in this best of 3. He will move on to the 3rd round of this tournament, and Sabaka will go home. Great game, great micros, good players, and we will continue on with the 4th round of the Philadelphia StarCraft League.